Once upon a time, in a small town in Pakistan, there lived a 15-year-old boy named Ahmed. Ahmed was a bright student and was always eager to learn more. His parents wanted the best for him and hired a private tutor named Miss Saba to help him with his studies. Miss Saba was known for her excellent teaching skills and her ability to help students excel in their academics. Ahmed's parents were thrilled with the progress their son was making under her tutelage. Ahmed's tuition classes were held at Miss Saba's home, which was located in a quiet, upscale neighborhood. The house was spacious, with a lush garden in the backyard. Ahmed always looked forward to his classes, not only because he enjoyed learning, but also because Miss Saba's home felt like a haven away from the chaos of his own household. One day, after finishing his class, Ahmed was about to leave when Miss Saba asked him to stay back for a while. She said she needed to discuss something important with him. Ahmed hesitated but decided to stay, as he trusted his teacher and thought she must have had a good reason for wanting to speak with him. Once they were alone in the house, Miss Saba locked the door and started to speak. She began by complimenting Ahmed on his progress in school and told him how proud she was of him. Then her tone changed, and she started to speak in a seductive manner. She told Ahmed that she had feelings for him and wanted to be more than just his teacher. She confessed that she had been fantasizing about him and wanted to act on her desires. Ahmed was shocked and scared. He didn't know how to respond to Miss Saba's advances. He tried to politely decline her advances, but she was relentless. She started to touch him inappropriately, and when he tried to resist, she threatened to fail him in his exams if he didn't comply. Trapped and frightened, Ahmed gave in to her demands, and Miss Saba sexually abused him. Over the next few weeks, the abuse became a regular occurrence. Ahmed was too scared to tell anyone about what was happening, as he feared the consequences of exposing Miss Saba. He also worried that his parents would blame him for the situation and stop his tuition classes, which he depended on to excel in school. One day, after a particularly grueling session of abuse, Ahmed couldn't take it anymore. He decided to confide in his best friend, Ali. Ali was shocked and outraged when he heard Ahmed's story. He urged Ahmed to tell his parents and the police about what Miss Saba had done. Ahmed was still hesitant, but with Ali's support, he finally mustered the courage to tell his parents. His parents were devastated by the news and vowed to take action. They reported the incident to the police, and soon the story made headlines in the local media. The community was outraged by Miss Saba's actions, and people demanded justice for Ahmed. As the investigation into the case progressed, it was revealed that Miss Saba had a history of inappropriate behavior with her students. Several other students came forward with their own stories of abuse, and it became clear that Miss Saba had been preying on her students for years. In the meantime, Ahmed's parents decided to remove him from Miss Saba's tuition class and hired a new tutor to help him with his studies. Ahmed began to heal from the trauma of his experience, but the scars remained. He struggled with trust issues and found it difficult to form meaningful relationships in the years that followed. The trial against Miss Saba was a highly publicized event, with the entire town following the proceedings closely. In the end, she was found guilty of sexual abuse and sentenced to a lengthy prison term. Despite the conviction, the community was left grappling with the question of how someone could have committed such heinous acts for so long without being caught. It was a stark reminder of the need for vigilance in protecting children from predators, even those who hold positions of trust in the community. For Ahmed, the road to recovery was long and difficult. He continued to receive therapy to help him process his trauma and learn to trust again. Despite the challenges he faced, Ahmed was determined not to let the abuse define his life. He worked hard to overcome his past and became a successful entrepreneur. He started his own business and used his skills and knowledge to create a thriving company that employed many people from his hometown. As his business grew, Ahmed also became an advocate for victims of sexual abuse. He used his platform to raise awareness about the prevalence of abuse and the importance of supporting survivors. He shared his own story with the hope that it would inspire others to come forward and seek help. Ahmed's story also inspired changes in the way schools and educational institutions handled cases of abuse. New policies were put in place to better protect students from predatory teachers, and there was a greater emphasis on educating students about consent and personal boundaries. Over time, Ahmed began to find peace with what had happened to him. He met a wonderful woman, married, and started a family of his own. He ensured that his children were raised in a loving and supportive environment, where they were taught the importance of respecting others and maintaining healthy boundaries. As Ahmed's children grew older, he shared his story with them, hoping that they would learn from his experiences and be better equipped to protect themselves and others from harm. He also continued to support other survivors of abuse, offering them guidance and encouragement as they embarked on their own journeys of healing and recovery. In the end, Ahmed's story serves as a powerful reminder of the resilience of the human spirit and the importance of speaking up against injustice. Despite the darkness he experienced at the hands of Miss Saba, Ahmed managed to rebuild his life and find happiness. His bravery in sharing his story inspired change in his community and beyond, creating a safer world for future generations.
Please subscribe to my channel Lessons of Life and press the bell notification icon.